So growing up, I went to more punk rock shows in a week than most Hot Topic kids have seen in lifetimes of weekend mohawks and manic panic dye jobs. It felt good back then to smash empty 40s and give the finger with friends, not because it was the hip thing to do, but because it was a way of life. Nothing mattered back then as long as something obnoxious was up on this stage. As long as we got that chance to swing hands, pump fists, and sing along like a crowd of electrified punk rock monks. Yeah. When I was 13, I saw Dwayne Peters of the U.S. Bombs smash a cymbal with his forehead in perfect time to the rhythm that rattled the walls of the Elvis Room up in Portsmouth. More shit-faced than anyone I'd ever seen. He wore old Ray-Bans with only one lens. P-U-N-K scrawled across the front in whiteout, plaid dogpile bondage pants with zippers that shone on the legs like the pins that held together the old blazer he wore. He stomped to the beat in his checkerboard creepers like he was having a seizure, slouched over the mic, growled and snarled in the front row while he belted out lines like, "I ain't going to work today, because I'd rather work on breaking my own bones with some style, you know?" Though I never squatted in a shithole or panhandled for change like an old gutter punk, that place became a sanctuary. Through bruiser shows, kicked in the face by a 300-pound skinhead, to anti-heroes gigs after American History X used their logo without permission, I just stuffed my nostrils full of paper towels, went back into the pit, and dominated it! Stood in the center with my arms folded while everybody else stood still. Bought my Fuck Hollywood t-shirt and wore it proudly to school even though I knew I'd get into trouble. We smoked pot behind the club with the Ducky Boys, ate sushi with Al Bar of Dropkick Murphy's fame, and I almost joined those infamous New Hampshire drunk punks, but I got sick of all the rules they imposed. If there was no show at the Elvis, we'd load up Mike's '88 Subaru and roll to whatever show came into town. Wherever the Wasted Youth crew would assemble for the festival to fuck shit up, Mike always drove us, always nervous, like a mad sea captain, having wicked coughing fits and puking for no reason, but it was our ride, so despite the scares along the way, we always made it on time. We've driven that route so many times it was etched into our minds. Over the Tobin Bridge and into our element, lost and happy in that city of legends like the Shod, Slapshot, Boss Tones, and the Freeze. We were free to drink with arms around each other's shoulders, smoke butts like old school hooligans, walk Yawkey Way passing flasks, or stand under the purple awnings of the Middle East in Cambridge. Faking it or living it, I'll never know or care, but just so it's clear, I know who Keith Morris is, the Ramones rule all, and I had Clash records on original vinyl. So don't tell me I jumped the bandwagon because I wasn't around in '77. Don't tell me my lifestyle's dead because I don't fit into a niche. You got nothing but the fuck you mantra of a mindset that lives despite any claim that it's dying or dead. Even if it did, memories always transcend death, and tonight, we're alive.
In pencil, easily erased. In case of mistakes, dark edges, soft, circling shades of fresh strokes. When lead hits, white openness, shading the page, like shadows of seagulls on a beach. The beach, that coast where we had a picnic and the birds came to eat our crumbs of leftover tortilla, tacos from that place on 16th. My shadow hit the sidewalk for a second. Emblazoned history forever. Our profiles stood there, shadows of our bodies, faceless, voiceless, penniless, naked but perfect. Shadows just gray, black on white from the light.
Yeah. Understanding between unsaid looks and visions as the sky opens up its dark halo of cold water, falling in sheets of perfection and unyielding faltering lament. Her breaths accelerate my foot to drive this mechanical karma carrier past darkened smut shops, plasma collecting agencies, last call bars, and late night greasy spoons drenched in sweat and water. The rearview mirror vibrates, leaving shaky visions of scarlet pale corpse light. Before my eyes turn into blurs of unseen things, she fidgets, curiously making my head turn to her. My eyes are hers and hers are mine, and I take a red going 87. The windows fog as rain runs down in streams, and she whispers something incoherent, something that falls under the realm of I should have been paying attention. But I drive on, hitting a wet spot, briefly skidding, and I remember people who have died as fear reaches out to touch us cold and warmth fills her up. and skin is flushed. The raw rub of seatbelt strap holds her in place as the sound of night and brakes and rain and music fills us both. 95 miles per hour down roads marked 35. Street signs imply caution, but it's far too late for that. Dreams spread across her face, and her hand grips mine instinctively. Nails sinking, wheels spinning, water splashing, teeth clenching, eyes shut. She smiles, sated, contentment etched, and I pull over near the airport, brakes screeching, grinding metal to a halt. A 747 glides over. As a breezy drizzle silences the deluge of inertia, the scent of her wet hair carried away on night's air, and I think of heaven and how one day we will be in God's presence, enjoying the all-encompassing perfection of paradise, the fields of the Lord spread out before us, joy and peace and happiness. But for now, I'd rather have her at 4 a.m., sitting in the car, the smell of damp earth around me, and her bra unhooked.
I don't know in which direction I'm going until I'm almost there. Always almost. Never just there. So here I am, lost without directions. Where the hell did I put my map? I don't know why I let myself get like this, dreams and visions of how the world might be without my existence. I can't remember when I felt the warmth of a smile warm me from the inside out. Now wait, I wouldn't say I'm a coward. I'm probably just too lazy and maybe a little too selfish to put an end to it all. Not enough strength, and it'd take a lot of effort to get the job done right, because knowing me, I'd screw it up somehow. But to try to live with the burden of not being able to even properly execute myself? Ha! In your face, right, God? I'm kind of like the Tin Man, a hollow, empty shell, trying to pass the days existing without a heart. Kind of like the Scarecrow, but I'll give myself some more credit because I'm probably smarter. And me, a lion? Ha! Nah, I don't like cats, jungle or domestic. I keep following this yellow brick road. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. I don't think I'll ever see or have a place that I can truly call my own. I'm sick of hearing my own thoughts, sick of looking in this tired world through these bloodshot eyes, sick of the stain left on my cheek from these bittersweet tears. But most of all, I'm sick of living in fear. In fear of what? In fear of myself. In fear of myself because I'm constantly changing, constantly feeling the need to rearrange past and current events on this timeline they call life. All I can do is build and build to make these emotional barricades grow. Watch them, look. Can you see them? They just keep getting taller and taller, taller than any bridge, building, skyscraper, man, woman, or child has ever known.
Hey!